Well, as the Independence Day holiday winds down, we begin with a few rays of hope. In the American housing market, home sales are rising. Foreclosures are dropping to levels not seen since the crisis hit back in '08. But there are still hundreds of thousands of families locked in a struggle to keep their homes. And tonight we meet a man using his insider knowledge of the banking industry to help even that fight. Here's ABC's Chris Cuomo with an encore realty check.
Come on. I think they're hoping I'm just going to be like, oh, okay, you can have my house. This is my home. I'm not leaving.
Heather Cadman bought her Framingham, Massachusetts home 8 years ago. Right now, she's fighting the bank to keep it. A date has been set to auction it off.
When I heard people were losing jobs and whatnot in this economy, that I knew I could squeak by. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. All right, let's take a look at you right here.
Heather's a single mom with a 14-year-old son named Donnie.
Leave it.
She also takes care of her 80-year-old mother, Geraldine.
It's not that I want to just stay home and have a free house. I want to work.
You're just a person who got stuck on hard times. You're not running away from your debt.
No, I want to pay my bills. I want a payment that I can afford. I want to pay my mortgage. Did you have a good day? Good to see you, hon. Here.
Heather was laid off from a full-time job in sales for a beverage company. Her new part-time job, even with help from her mother and ex-husband, isn't enough to make ends meet.
I was just squeaking by. I'd pay on the 15th, and then it's turned into the 16th, and then the 17th, and then it would be like the 29th.
So Heather asked her bank, GMAC, to modify her mortgage, which then cost about $2,600 a month.
I would say, listen, we can resolve this. Why don't you guys just drop my interest rate? This is a no-brainer.
But the bank's response, she says, was a barrage of letters and collection calls.
I mean, I'm a hardworking single mother, taking care of my 80-year-old mother, and I'm just trying to get by and survive. No, I want to thrive. I'm sick of just surviving. I want to thrive. I want to have a good life.
And they can help you do that.
They can, by just doing what needs to be done to modify my mortgage, because I'll be able to afford it. I don't know why they don't want to help me.
Now, you're broke, aren't you?
There's no George Baileys left in the world, you know what I mean?
No, that's a loan. No, that's my business.
But maybe there are. Meet Bruce Boguslav, a man with a gift for getting mortgages modified.
Americans own their homes. This is my spot on earth. I've done everything right. This is being threatened.
The 54-year-old doesn't look like George Bailey, but he knows banks. He's actually a former management consultant who worked in finance. Now, from his cramped offices above a pool hall, Bruce fights all day against the biggest banks.
Do you anticipate that this payment would stay right about the 1667?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
And saves homes for people like Heather. Bruce has been fighting Heather's bank to modify her loan for 8 months now.
When you get to the point where I can say the mortgage has been changed, it's filed, those are absolutely heaven.
And Bruce says he can appreciate heaven because he lived through hell. Though he's a savvy businessman, he was once laid off and nearly lost his own home.
I've been through this. I know what these people are going through.
He figured if it could happen to him, it could happen to anyone. So Bruce decided to help others get their homes back.
I can't sit here and not help these people and not share. It'd be like walking away from somebody in an accident.
His not-for-profit, HSI Trust Homesavers, has taken over 200 cases since he started it in 2009. And Bruce says he's gotten a good outcome in almost all of them.
These are the folks that worked, saved, put their money into their homes, borrowed against their pension to get their homes. They are the American dream.
Homesavers doesn't work for free. Bruce uses a sliding scale, allowing people to pay what they can.
Hi,
how are you?
Good.
Working together with people like Heather, Bruce can accomplish big things. Remember that auction date? Bruce made some calls, talked the talk, and voila.
Luckily, Bruce worked his magic, and we got it pushed to February 2nd.
And now that battle they've been fighting may be coming to a happy close. So far, Heather's monthly payment has been reduced from about $2,600 to just under $1,700. And after we called GMAC, they agreed to postpone Heather's auction date until March. In a statement, they say they are committed to working with borrowers like Heather.
I live in this country, I have a home, and I want to live the dream. You know, that's all I want to do is I want to live the dream.
And we are happy to report that since Chris filed that report, Heather Cadman received her permanent loan modification this summer.